What's this? I remember that guy, except for he wasn't red before. What's this, lava? This looks familiar. Hello, it's NINJADAN. Today, I'll show you something. If I go to my online levels, it says here I've got 514 levels, but that's actually not the case. Cause 15 of those levels are unlisted levels. And this one here, Wasteland, is going to be the 500th level that I upload onto my account. And today I'm going to try and record a showcase of it. I've actually taken the game back to 2.204, which is the update before the current update. It was a pain to do, and it was a pain to reinstall these mods. It took me a whole day trying to figure all this stuff out, but I've done it, and I've got Mega Hack back working with a replay bot, which is cool, except for it doesn't work somehow, and I don't know why it doesn't work. So that doesn't work. However, XD bot works, but it's kind of broken. I recorded Cancer Wave like 5 times, I think, using XD bot, and all 5 of those times there was a bug that if I didn't have no clip on, the macro would break. It was sure they were like very minor bugs, but they were there. So yeah, I'm well aware that when I bought Wasteland, that any macro I record could break, and also the goal of this video is for me to go through in practice mode in 0.3x speed to show what's in store for you if anyone dares to play the Wasteland, my 500th level. So yeah, this is the Wasteland. No way, Geometry Dash crashed! Isn't that shocking? Where did Wasteland go? Come on, you did not just delete Wasteland. Okay, it's working. Why is Mega Hack not running? Oh no. What? I didn't even want that to update and it just auto updated on me. I'll do it all with XD bot then. You like that? After all, I can just turn on hitboxes here. I can turn on no clip from here. I can go layout mode. Let's play the level. So yeah, the main idea of Wasteland is meant to be like a creative wasteland, I guess. It's meant to represent a rejection of basically the sort of ideas and concepts that like people come up with that never get put or added into levels because they're stupid or they don't think people are going to like them. Yeah, that's basically what this level is and kind of what it represents, and it represents those attributes in both a positive way, like there's some kind of interesting gimmicks like this with the camera controls and the different moving objects, and then there's some rather not so great gameplay stuff in here, which is like the opposite of what I said before. And by the way, that thing down there is meant to be a volcano. And watch this, we're gonna go through the serpent's mouth. I'm actually doing pretty well. Then again, I have literally gone through this in practice mode twice, bug fixing it, making sure that it is possible, so I know this level reasonably well by now. Also, the progress bar is like still at 100%. Okay, this part's very confusing. Bear with me. I see those hip boxes down there. Those little circular objects are actually the exact size of those saw hip boxes. I remember this all so well. This is uncanny. I'm not even lost, man. This jump is like the first hard jump of the level. It's like an incredibly late jump. Now this would be some sort of crazy frame perfect. And then it's auto. It's a toe. You know, like theory of everything? Okay, here's the wave. I think this wave is actually the best decorated section of the level. It's reasonably good compared to everything else that we will encounter in this level, and I did that wave memory section first try. That was incredible. Okay, now this part is very confusing. I would consider this memory. I mean, how are you meant to know where to go? You go down here as well. It looks like you're meant to go like up here, but you can't because otherwise you'd just turn to a cube. So. Camera controls. Actually, the camera controls aren't that bad. They were way worse when I was playing through this on mobile. I nearly first tried that, what? Okay, I just second tried that hard input too. PC Master Race, man. And then we go into the dream sequence. And this song, by the way, is Phobos, but it's slowed down. And yeah, the entirety of this area is just made out of glass blocks and spikes and glitch effects. It's very atmospheric. And this part is a huge, not a huge step up, but it's certainly a step up in difficulty from the start. I like to think this level gets harder the further you go along, and that is mostly true until you get to the end, because the end is mostly free apart from the blind wave sections that you'll see me encounter later on. Things get very difficult once we get into this rocket section. This rocket section is quite hard, or at least it was for me on mobile. It's actually okay now. Okay, and then I think we hold, but not too much. It's difficult. You have to know how long to hold, because you're not meant to hold for too long. Okay, we're good. And then we go down pretty sharply and then up. Ah, nearly. That is one of the hardest gaps in this section. I'd say it's actually completely different from my previous impossible levels. It's something unique, very unique compared to what I normally do. Oh, I did it. And then do we go up? Yeah, we do. The thing is in this section, the gravity is different too, which makes it a lot harder to judge the ship physics. Plus, there's time warp and a few other things as well going on with the general gameplay of this ship, so it's a little trickier than what you'd probably expect. If I go down lower and then up. No, that just makes stuff worse. Like I said, the ship is insane. Like, it's not like top 30 extreme demon, like insane impossible, but it's like, this is quite hard. And yeah, the balancing this level is pretty whack as well. The thing is, I don't want to hold too much up the top there, because if I hold too much up the top there, then I'm just going to smash into the roof. Oh, come on, I think I nearly had it. I nearly had it. I did this in practice mode in mobile, so I know this is possible. Oh, come on. Yes, I got it. Okay. Now I've got a few other little tricky areas, and then we're like good. Do I tap all these? I don't remember. Yeah, we do. We do tap all these and then down. And then we got the ball, which is like another quite tricky part. No, that wasn't very tricky at all. And then we have what I like to call the title screen. All that just to get to the title screen. And then we have the drop, which is not even really the drop, because, well, I suppose it is the intense part of the level, but it's certainly not the hardest and not the most intense part. It's like a intense part of the level that was meant to be like the drop of the level, the intense part, but then I just made something more intense and more drop-like later on, so like, I don't know. What's this? I remember that guy, except for he wasn't red before. What's this, lava? This looks familiar. I wonder how much harder this is in Robot. It probably isn't that much harder. Trippiness ensues. Ah, look at that, I can't do a triple in 0.3x speed. I'm so bad at this game. Wow, what am I gonna do when I get to those silent club step jumps? Actually, they're not even bad. They're only bad in slow speed. Drop. With the swingcopter, I wonder how well a bot swingcopter. Probably not that well. You know, I actually think this is the first time I've botted the 2.2 swingcopter in a level. I wouldn't exactly call that a milestone, but like, that's kinda cool. I'm gonna have to turn on hitboxes here because we actually need hitboxes now. Because there's an actual memory section up there. There we go, there's the memory section. The actual gameplay in the memory section I don't think is that bad. I think the part of the memory section that's actually hard is, well, the memory itself. Now this part, I think is probably one of the most interesting parts of the level. It's there are all these little cubes and they're moving around. Some of them are fake, some of them have got hitboxes, and they appear, I wouldn't say in random places, because I set up 4 different alternate patterns of those blocks that appear, and you do get a consistent route every time. Although when it's like your first 300 attempts through this section, it's going to be like RNG. I actually buffed this as well during the playtesting because this version has invisible gravity portals in it and also has spikes on the bottom. The original version didn't have spikes on the bottom or the invisible gravity portals. Because when I was playing through in practice mode, I thought, nah, this is too easy for a drop in the wave. Even though it's got that random memory part, I still think it's a bit easy. I mean, it doesn't seem that intense at the moment, but like, once we get to the showcase, and we've got all the glitch effects and shake effects and the epic song playing by Meganito, then it's actually going to be interesting. I could see someone like totally fluking this section when just, I don't know, doing a practice run or something like that, because in reality the boxes part of this is a lot easier than what it looks like. And then, fire in the hole garden, the lobotomy garden. I've never heard of the sound effects before. Now it's really something. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Yeah, there's a fire in the hole every time you click, which is why you could hear all of them going off in that spam. And by the way, I didn't set that up with a count trigger or anything. That's like literally me placing like 5 or so triggers in the area in that like spam part. Yeah, this section of the level was a perfect what everyone's opinions of 2.2 were when I was making this part of the level. You know, YouTuber God Tier is making this thing called the Brain Rot Levels list, and like if this gets verified, this would be top 1 on... Oh boy. By the way, that hard face does look like he's a guy who's holding a whole bunch of medium demons. Yeah, this is the hardest gap in the ball section. There we go, I passed it. Oh come on, nearly got into that wave. Now of course I spammed it, because this is wave spam. You'd be like fire, and then go fire in the hole at the end. In fact, I'm pretty sure I actually pitched those fire in the holes up, so the fact that we're hearing them as low as we are, 0.3x speed, probably tells you something about the pitch of the fire in the holes, so you're gonna hear in the full speed level. I forgot what to do there. You go up, don't you? Yeah, because that's actually the tightest spam up there. Honestly, with all those explosions, sounds like we've entered World War II right now. Whoa! Now for the hardest section of the level. This part, if I remember, it's like top 0. I mean, this is the first hard jump of this section, and it is insane. It's like a 240 Hz frame perfect. I spent like, when I was making this section, I spent like, how long was it? Like 100 or so attempts trying to beat this jump, and I bet it once and I'm like, yeah, that jump is possible, it's just awful. So I kept it in. So yeah, this is how it is. I'll talk again once we clear this jump. Okay, I've spent about like 80 attempts on this one jump. So, I have a feeling, when I was bug fixing this level, I had a feeling that I had click between frames on. The issue of having click between frames when I was, checking this level as possible, is that I know I passed this jump maybe once or twice, something like that. And the thing is those 2 one-off jumps could have been a jump that was maybe in between some frames. I don't think this is possible on 240 Hz. This is something nutty like a 360 or maybe 500 FPS frame perfect. And that's probably why I was only able to pass it twice. So, I'm going to use no clip to pass this. However, I still believe that this is possible in normal Geometry Dash if you happen to have click between frames. So, The only way you can beat this level is by using click between the frames, I guess. So let's go turn on that no clip for a little bit. That, I think, was actually a pretty good jump, I have to say. That looked pretty accurate. Now, continuing on, the rest of these jumps should be pretty easy compared to that one. Yeah, they're literally just SLH jumps. Okay, this one's got a little bit of something in it because it's 3 jumps in a row. You have to not touch any of that stuff. This part's like you got to get that first jump right and then everything else falls into place. And then just hold down, I think. No, because then you miss that. Yeah, no, you do have to go later. A little bit later so that you land like that. There we go. This part I actually think is pretty cool with the lasers passing. That was actually something that I built right after I'd finished everything. Like, this needs a few touch-ups, and then I added those lasers, and it was like the best thing I ever did to this section. Also, I forgot to mention the reason why I actually built this section in the first place, and the reason why it's completely dark and there's random text, is because there was this. I found this awful bug in 2.2 where if you set a start position past a music trigger, the music trigger doesn't get set off and therefore the music doesn't play when you're playtesting, so I wasn't able to make any synced gameplay anymore. So I got really annoyed about that, and I wrote this message down here, as you can see, and then I added gameplay to my message. And this is meant to be like a message to Robtop. Well, not exactly a message to Robtop, but basically me venting about my frustrations with this one bug, and then I just added a whole bunch of gameplay on top and around it. So yeah, this section has no music sync, and I wouldn't be surprised if the music just straight up turns off at a random part because it runs out of time, or like a drop happens and then it's like the most chill gameplay ever. That part's real hard because it's speed change. Did I nerf this? I don't remember if I nerfed or not, because I remember making it and going like, oh yeah, that's a jump that can be beaten on 60 Hz. I know, because I've beaten that jump on 60 Hz. And then I couldn't beat it in practice mode and I wondered why. So I think I just left it in, which is a mistake, because I think I'm going slower than normal speed, which is why I'm dying here. Oh, never mind. It is possible. It's just very, very freaking hard. Oh yeah, this part with the deadlocked monster. Okay, I just did that pretty easy. Was I meant to jump straight after that and then... Yes! Oh my god, the hitboxes on that bottom structure. Crazy. Yeah, the difficulty certainly ramps up in this section, like, a lot. Yeah, this is definitely top 0, this entire section here, but this is definitely easier than Eternus, because I haven't needed to go to 0.1x speed yet. It's like 1 click and then triple click, and then spam. Yes, there we go. Creeper! Darkness spider. And I just fluked that. I just knew. I just knew you had to go on the edge of that block there. Man, I'm so used to this level now. That's what happens when you practice mode this thing like thrice before botting it. Look at that guy down there. He's real. He's so real. He's just made out of one object. He's so real, he's too real. I forgot how hard this ball is. This ball is as hard as those first cubes. Alright, we've got the aliens fighting down there. Hey, look at that. We've got Poggy and friend of Poggy. You know, you'd think that Poggy is the big one who's important, but no, it's his friend. Maybe Poggy's just very good at speaking and his friend's the muscle. I'm not really sure. There's some Poggy lore there. Oh. Guys, I found a secret way. I did actually mention Eternus a few times when I've been botting this level and this thing's difficulty as compared to Eternus, and that may sound a bit odd considering most of this has been easy apart from that one gap you need to pass with CBF, but here's why I say this, because that guy there, he says you're gonna die, and you know, he's absolutely right, unfortunately, because this section is the hardest ship section I've ever built in any of my humanly possible levels. Like, the difficulty is like coming straight out from Eternus. And this is the easiest of the ships too. There are 3 ships, maybe there's 4, and this is the easiest of them. Oh yeah, I did my little symbol thing down there. I came, I saw, I conquered. This ship is awful. I remember when I was practicing moding this, I'd always have to... Oh, okay, I just fluked it. I'd always have to turn it down to 0.1, but looks like we're doing okay. Also, I'm actually pretty proud of that spider up the top there. You can't quite see it because of the temps, but like, I made a spider. Let's get through this ship. Okay, this is the hardest ship right here. The down and the up and the mini is... Oh, never mind, I just did it. Wow. I just did the hardest ship. Like, nearly first go. I think it's PC Master Race. That's gotta be what's doing it. This is the part with all the ghosts. You see there's a ghost there? And all the ectoplasm that's been like left over from the ghosts. Because, you know, ghosts are very spooky. This is the paranormal section. Yes! Finally! Yes, okay. Now this section, which is inspired by explosive, I guess. I don't actually remember how this section goes, because it's very hard to see. Even with hitboxes on, it's sort of hard to discern what's going on. I don't remember if that's a... Oh no, that's a pink orb, so I have to go early-ish. I have to say, for an explosive-inspired part, this actually is like a pretty bad interpretation of the explosive first cube. Explosive fans would agree. This is kinda shocking. Oh, that's right, I don't even have to use the pink orb. I've been through this in practice mode like thrice, and I still don't remember that I don't even need to tap the pink orb. All I've got to do is just jump on the slope. There we go. Enter Flame Tall. No, and even Instant Mirror Portal is too much. That's the worst part, that last jump, because all these have equal sized jumps until you get to the last part, and then it's like a really small jump. But yeah, there is wave coming soon. Yeah, I did it. The flames were tall, I agree. Oh yeah, and I gotta say, this wave is like top one wave, top one challenge wave. It's so stupid. It's a little monster I made. I got lots of monsters like that all throughout this wave section. Although the good thing is that once I've cleared this awful wave section, that's it for like the difficulty of the level. It drops down, and then we've got the one blind wave section at the end, and then that's it. That's it. That is all. Yeah, we're gonna slow this down to 0.1 because otherwise this is just gonna be a travesty of an experience. I think I do need to tap there because otherwise it's not gonna work. The structuring is like bonkers. Like actually bonkers. Oh yeah, I don't remember what to do there, but I know that's a section with a whole bunch of D blocks and slopes, and it's very annoying because it's a touch buggy. Anyone who dares play this will see how it's a touch buggy, but take my word for it for now, it's... Yeah, like that. The D blocks, they work a good half of the time. That was one of the other things I forgot. I knew I forgot to fix something in that section, and it's that gap. OMG. Oh yeah, that's right, I made a boss fight. Why is there a hitbox there? There shouldn't be a hitbox there. Unless I've severely messed up somewhere. I think I did mess up somewhere, because there's no way that hitbox is meant to look like that. There's no way. So I am gonna have to no-clip this section, and then, Oh, that's right. If you get too close within the radius of the lasers that the boss is firing, it does, well, this. And then you can't do a thing. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I don't even remember what to do. If the macro does bug out here, it's for certain going to trigger the, all the camera triggers and effects, and you won't be able to see a thing, so it's gonna be a pain. Why are those hitboxes still there? That should have gotten rid of them when I clicked on that. Now, something's rather broken with this level, and I don't like it. I think I must have gotten rid of a toggle orb somewhere. There's a toggle orb that needs to be hit, and then I must have... Did I miss it? That's gotta be what it is, right? Where can it be? Because, like, I can't see it. I must have deleted it at some point. And the idea is... Okay, I found another secret way, I guess. And I'm missing the spikes for the... crystal up there. I swear this boss fight section is so botched. What? I assure you, there is something down here. It's like there are whole pieces of this that are missing. It's like someone went accidentally on the wrong channel and then went swipe delete on a whole bunch of stuff, and now this entire section is completely infeasible to play. I'm gonna have to do this entire section in no clip and then like fix all the issues like later on. There's a whole section that's missing ground objects, like physical ground objects. Yeah, all that is missing ground objects. That's shocking. Because the idea is that you're meant to collect all these lightning bolts, and then that stops the wall of spikes from killing you at the end, but because of the bugs I can't actually get all the lightning bolts. So we're just gonna have to pretend that that spike wall is not there. I'm definitely gonna have to fix this up and then get someone else to do a showcase for me, because like, this is awful. Oh, okay, I suddenly got rid of all of the spikes. I don't know how I did that, because I certainly did not collect all of the electroshock marks, unless I did. I can't even reach that. What was I thinking? This section is so broken. What? But this is approximately what you have to do here, because the ship part is broken, but I think we could be good from here. Surely the rest of this level is functional after here, right? And that's good enough, right? And then spam. That's it, right? Now we're into the last and final section that will not have bugs. It will not have bugs. It will be good. Surely. I'm gonna have to go through this like maybe, here we go, the epilogue, the last part. Now the thing is about this section is meant to replicate some of my levels. There was a period where I was creating levels that were basically made out of these tiny little cube objects, and I was like drawing structures and stuff with them. So that's what this is meant to represent. And also this gap is free now for some reason. I'm not sure why, because that gap with the pillar with those spikes on the top was not free when I was doing a practice run of it. It was like one of the hardest things in this section, but now it's free, and then this part, which was free, is now like impossible. But why? I feel like this orb has been like offset by like one tiny little notch, and it's messed everything up, and I don't remember offsetting it by a notch, but like something must have happened. You won't even let me get into the ship because of how the hitboxes are working. I mean, that was what was meant to happen, but it didn't happen like that. Now things are functioning. Things are functioning quite well. Look at that. When I get a showcase once I finish with this level, if it's functional, I'm gonna call it it's gonna be like an approximation of the level. It's not gonna be like the level itself, because this is just terrible. 1, 2, 3. That was perfect. I'd say I'm doing pretty well with this UFO and the ship. Oh yes. I put some hard machine UFO spam in here, by the way. I don't know why I did it and why I did it for so long, but it's here. So I guess people are just going to have to deal with it. Temp 1000. Temp 1001. I think this is the last ship section, I'm pretty sure, and then it's the blind wave, and then the end screen. So we're getting very close to the end now. Oh my, that ship is very hard. Okay, you do have to go down. Yeah, and then you have to go up, otherwise you just crash. And the idea here is you just follow the lines, and then you're good. I'm probably actually going to do all these waves first try, because I'm pretty good at wave, especially botting. Oh wow, what was I saying? And then this is the hardest blind mini wave. And then this is the final wave, and it's the hardest blind wave. There's some particularly tricky gaps in here, especially when you can't see a thing. They're very tricky. Oh, apart from, we have to do a timing in the dark on this orb to show the end screen. And that's the end screen. It's got all the parts from the level in it. It's got the monsters, it's got the lobotomy face, it's got the text, the name of the level, and then the background we've got the spike lines from the dream sequence. And yeah. That's Wasteland. And I didn't save the macro, so hopefully when I press play, the entire thing doesn't crash. Good. Okay. Now, let's play it, and let's see how much does it break. Where did my wave trail go? The music change is so stupidly sudden. What? It does sound so cool in this area though. What happened to the colors here? Because that's meant to be just blue, now it's half black for some reason? Hey, at least can't the ghost dust back up. That's always a good sign. Just fades out. There we go. Actually, this part is awesome. Oh no. Sounds like a kid with a soundbar. I wonder how well the music sync is here. It'll probably be terrible, but let's just see. The music is so epic for this complete mess. It's gonna drop and there's gonna be nothing. No way, the drop kinda happens at the drop. Oh, that looks quite bad. The boss fight is quite bad. That looks cool. That looks cool. And then just cuts out. Epilogue. Yeah, honestly, this is probably the best part thematically with the music and the design. Okay, what happened to my end screen? What I want to say about this level is... this level I'm going to release very, very soon. I'll just do those touch-ups, like obvious secret ways that I like fell out and stuff like that. Then I'm gonna upload it, and then I'll work on fixing some more bugs, I guess, making things a bit smoother just along here so that some of those jumps near the end here aren't so miserable and this section is actually possible and stuff, and also this needs like a lot of fixing, this part here. So I'll work through that, and then my hopes is maybe I can try and submit this to the ILL. I may have to update the decoration a lot, but definitely I'll put this on the verification list for the brain rot level list. But yeah, this was level 500. This was my 500th level I've ever uploaded, and if you want to play it, by the time I edit this, maybe it's going to be on the screen right now, or might be in the description, just depending on how everything's going in that regard. But yeah, that's level 500. That's Wasteland. My greatest disaster piece so far.